All right, let's move on now to the question of the day, and this is what we're asking you this morning. Do you think South Africa is ready to move to level 3 of the nationwide lockdown? There's been a little bit of hinting towards that, and the talk from, I think yesterday we heard our health minister talking to the fact that they've done all they can right now from the medical front, and it is now time perhaps to move up a level, and also from Becky Cele, our minister, also maybe alluding to the fact that level 3 is about time. But this is no confirmations. I mean, we're just asking you, what do you think? Are we ready or not? At Morning Live, SABC, looking forward to your responses.
Certainly are. All right, let's move on to our news diary, and these are some of the stories we'll be tracking today. The High Court in Pretoria is expected to hear the case between the state and the Fair Trade Independent Tobacco Association, in which the association is challenging the state's decision to retain the ban on the sale of cigarettes and tobacco products.
According to figures released by the Health Ministry last night, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in South Africa has, to date, is now 10,652. The number of deaths, 206. There have been 4,357 recoveries, and active cases at this point in time are 6,089.
And of course, for more information on the coronavirus, members of the public are urged to call the 24-hour hotline on 0800 029 999. And you can also add the official government COVID-19 support service on WhatsApp on 0600 123 456.
Right, let's have a look at the stats and break it down to provinces. Western Cape sitting with the most infections right now. In fact, over 50% of them, 5,621. Gauteng, 1,971. KwaZulu-Natal, 1,372. The Eastern Cape, 1,356. The Free State, 135. Mpumalanga, 63. Limpopo, 54. The Northwest Province, 50. And the Northern Cape, 30 infections.
And then, of course, just taking a look at the overall standing there, tests conducted to date, 356,067. Positive cases, 10,652. There have been 4,357 recoveries, 206 deaths, and as you said, Leanne, 6,089 active cases. And with the worldwide picture, Leanne, you always give us an update on that?
I've got that one here as well. So we've got the confirmed global cases, 4.17 million, I beg your pardon. That's up 61,500 from yesterday. Recovered 1.4 million, and the deaths up 8,499. The death toll at this point is 285,000. The US is really not looking good at all. They, of course, have now got over 80,000 deaths. They're sitting at 81,378 deaths in America.
And yeah, that's a lot. It's a grim picture there.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to our trending topics, starting off with hashtag Tyson Mike. Mike Tyson there, a training video of Mike Tyson, Leanne, doing the rounds, and he is looking absolutely fierce in that. I think we actually do have that video, so yeah, take a look.
He looks amazing.
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Definitely not. Well, he's 53 years old, is that right?
That's correct. And talk about a trilogy, and of course a return against Evander Holyfield it is. Oh. Yeah, and I haven't made up my mind yet as to whether I actually want to see this or not.
Well, the way he looked in that video, it would be one spectacular fight if, in fact, well, depending on the kind of state Evander Holyfield is in, and Mike Tyson just looking amazing. Wow, this newest video basically showing Tyson growling through his workout, hitting those pads and going crazy. I mean, he is just Mr. Iron Mike, that's who we're talking about, Mike Tyson. Anyway,
Yeah.
nice to see actually a trending sports story for a change. And yeah, just a break away from coronavirus. He's looking absolutely amazing.
Leanne is, but I don't want anyone to get hurt, eh? These
You-
guys are not young anymore. I worry. So I'm still thinking about it, really I am.
It is a scary one. But anyway, let's talk to the other trending topics very quickly. Trevor Manuel. So here's a story, and of course, if you had seen on Sunday, he had written in a piece in the City Press, and he was basically talking to the treatment of South Africans, and he was not happy with the way that South Africa's lockdown rules. He basically saying they do not pass the test of rationality, and just saying that it's just not right. The constitutional rights of South Africans are not being adhered to, and it's not looking good at all in terms of how South Africans are being treated by whether it be the police or the SANDF, and you know, rights are being abused at this stage. So I mean, I know, Sakina, you've also got a lot to say on this one.
I'll try and bite my tongue as much as I can, Leanne. You know, not forgetting that Trevor Manuel is, of course, one of the African Union special envoys to raise funds for the fight against COVID-19 for Africa. And again, you know, very scathing, his criticism against our government's response to this fight against coronavirus in the terms that you've just outlined. But of course, for me, again, it comes down to this another matter of form over substance, because it's not the first time that people have raised concern over the conduct of the security forces, but Trevor Manuel likening it to apartheid forces and, you know, what they used to do back in the day. And this, of course, coming at the back of that case in Alexandra was the Khoza, who was allegedly assaulted and killed by members of the South African Military Defence Force. So, and a National Defence Force, I should say. So, you know, it's an interesting story, but yeah, it is what it is. And,
it certainly is. And also talking to, you know, the lockdown rules and regulations as to what you can and can't buy, he also touches on that. So there's really a lot that he touches on, and also the idea of exercising for only 3 hours, saying that that is completely irrational. Well, I mean, these are things that we've all been saying, but I suppose, you know, if your name's Trevor Manuel, you get...
Form over substance.
Exactly.
It's not only what you say, it's who's saying it.
Exactly, exactly. Anyway, that final trending topic is lockdown day 47. That's where we find ourselves, and we've been talking, obviously, of that.
Absolutely. All right.
The time now, what? 6:30?
Yeah.